Hello, everybody. This is Clintleetwood, and I'm here with another Mechabellum replay analysis. To set the stage a little bit here, this is my good friend Momaro playing against Sir Mike Tyson, who was recently knighted by Sir Parr. That's an in-joke for those in the community, but if not, don't worry about it. To expand a little further, my name is Clintleetwood, and I am a 1900 rated player currently, hovering in the top 50-ish of the 501 region, but also being top like 140-ish in the world. So I have some insight to give, and I like trying to help out where I can. And my friend Moma has had some success recently, but also followed by some failure. So we're going to sit down and see if we can figure anything out. If you haven't watched one of these videos before, just as a heads up, it's probably going to be a long one. This is going to be sort of a long form stream of conscious dialogue with myself, and it's all going to be done in one take. So, yeah. All right, let's get to the specialist. We have Momaro with Fanged Sledgehammer, Quick Supply. I don't know if you heard that motorcycle in the background, but you know, there are people in this world. And we are against Sir Mike Tyson as Rhino Specialist with Spider Marksman. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of this player, Sir Mike Tyson. Typically, Mike likes to play one side. And if I remember correctly, he decides which side he's going to play by flipping a coin. So he is as random as they come, and he likes to really focus in on this asymmetrical aggro push. I've played him quite a few times now. He is overwhelming at times and underwhelming at other times. Momaro, my good friend here, is... I've played him as well quite a few times. He has some very quick pivots that normally is a little hard to predict and can really catch you off guard. So I think these are both very competent players. Just if you're curious about the MMR of the game being played right now, it's around like 1400-ish MMR. So let's get into it. Are we going to go for double sledge opener? I mean, I don't think it's like particularly bad, right? We could do like Fang here, Fang in the center, like a horizontal sledge, vertical sledge, horizontal sledge. I think that would be like pretty decent. Okay, we go horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. Just as a heads up, in case you're not aware, right? Horizontal sledgehammers are there for DPS, and vertical sledgehammers are there for chaff clear. So I would really like to see some amount of mixture if we are leaning into this sledgehammer kind of gameplay. We have at least something trying to chaff clear. It looks like you're trying to guess that Mike is playing on this side, which is reasonable, right? It's a 50-50 on this. Either you get it or you don't. But it looks like Mike is setting up on the left side. So perhaps what we could have done, right, is we could have had horizontal sledges over here and just a vertical sledgy over here just to kind of hold things down. Good news here, you're going to get this tower pretty quickly, which is going to lead to this being picked off, and this tower getting picked off. The question now becomes, is it meaningful? And yeah, I mean, we're doing a lot of damage, but it can be a little weird here because this reverse tower timing is going to do a lot of damage to us. Luckily, we have quite a few sledges left. And cool, we win the first round. All right, so we're going into cards here. The two things that really catch my eyes here, right, is laser sights and extended range steel balls. Mass-produced scorpions a little spooky against us. because we don't have a great way to clear. Um, I don't know about that skip. And I don't know about this tech, Momaro. This feels very aggressive, and I feel like we're going to be killing ourselves over it. Something that I would have really liked to have seen, right? Some Stormcallers right here. I think some Stormcallers here would be great. Would really kind of hold down this flank, right? He doesn't really have a whole lot here um, in terms of like fast moving stuff. But I think just like a pair of storms right here, and then like some crawlers back here would be pretty important to holding down this kind of rush, especially if we're trying to get a buffer for our sledgehammers here. But yeah, I think this is an aggressive tech. The rule I teach when I'm doing videos and helping out newer players is like we don't want to tech before round 4, and even when I'm aggressively teching, I'm typically teching on round 3. I think round 2 is just way too early, man. Granted, right, we had 100, so we still had 200 left over, which means we got to use our deployments. So there is maybe some merit to this idea. I still think this is like tipping your hat way too early, man. So I would have held off on this. I like this flank. I like this flank. I like abusing this sort of space, right? We have a lot of negative space, especially over here, and over here. The only thing I don't like about this flank, however, is Mike has this tendency to click this pretty early on. I've seen it as early as round 2. So I don't know if this is like guaranteed to pay off. But it is this round, but so we have them debuffed forever. And they are no longer debuffed. Now we are debuffed. Yeah, so we're just having this issue, right? We are winning the rest of the map, but due to this reverse tower timing here, we're just getting owned. So we need more stuff just reinforcing this over here. Some delayed chaff, either delayed fangs behind the tower in a vertical position, or some crawlers 3 spaces this way. So it should be like, I think here. I'd have to double check though. Granted, this is only 500, so it's not the worst, but it's still a good chunk of change. First unit drop. I don't know. I'm kind of the opinion that the Sabertooths are like the best bet here. He did go mass produced, right? So we could just do like Sabertooth, Did he sell one? I'm not sure. I'm going to put a pin in this round. I'm curious. Notepad. Let's go round 3, Sabertooth. Pickup? Question mark? Cool. We'll revisit that round. Okay, so we do go Sabertooth. We also have to respect the Wraith. I know it's like operating with perfect information, seeing your opponent drop it, right? But we do need some amount of answer here. Okay, we're adding some delayed fangs. I'm not sure what this high mobility does here, man. I think I'd rather save the 50 credits. And we should be selling out of these now. I think. Oh, he's got us now on the reverse. Oh, but this looks good, except we don't have anything that shoots up. Yeah, I mean, I think the Sabertooths are just like a pretty strong card here. Pretty strong unit. Doesn't really have anything that punches through that stat sticky B quite yet. What's this, like 10 fangs in a dream? Oof. Brutal. Lots of difficult things for us here. Yeah, we have to respect Wasp Swarm. We also had to respect Rhino Assault. He's also Rhino Specialist, so he's like kind of online at this point, huh? I think I would have preferred a defensive Wasp Swarm here. I don't... How are we answering this Wraith? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is why I think defensive would have been better, right? One, we know he's going to fortify this tower at some point. And two, we're putting all our marksmen here. So, like, either he's going to do some shit over here, or he's going to do some shit here. And I think this is technically a smidge too far forward, and we can have ours chilling just at the edge of the line here. I'm going to put a pin in this. Round 4, defensive, Wasp Swarm. We'll come back. But I think this is misplaced. Could be wrong, though. Okay, I mean, we missile it. That's fine. A lot of fucking missiles, Momo. Oh, and we don't even kill them all. We kill like 2 crawlers with this one. Disgusting. Alright, we get the tower. We kill everything over here. Nice, and this is a good crack for us. Doesn't quite even out the rounds, but it gets us close. Enhancement module. Alright, so Tyson's playing the long game here, man. We have 2 packs of crawlers and we clicked replicate? Sorry, 3 packs of crawlers? I don't know, man. I think when I see this sort of stuff, right, I think we're trying to cheese, but we're not doing the cheese right. This needs to be done in conjunction with like an overwhelming flank, a lot of crawlers on the line, or with an underground threat. This kind of shit, like, just leave it. And by the way, if we go horizontal here, we have a better cover. We have like a better what's it called? Cone around the unit, so we do more damage. So unless he upgrades and then goes like impact drill or replicate himself, there's no way that we lose this flank. So I would just don't rely on this button unless we have underground threat. Like, let's make that a rule moving forward. And I think this is hurting us. Yeah, I mean, like, in this is, I mean, we have 2 packs of crawler. This is not ideal. Oh, that was our missile this time. I see. Yeah, man, this level 2. I mean, we're still winning, though. I would really like to see some Stormcallers, man. He has so much fat shit just sitting right here the whole damn game. Like, look at all these deaths. Okay, I mean, please tell me you pick this. Look, it's a good unit. It's a good unit going into the board. I really do think that. I think, like, at the end of the day, right, it holds this because of mass produced, right? The range is reduced by 10. If we click range, we're always ahead. And I just think storms are better here. I mean, we have vertical fangs, this arc light chilling right behind it. This runs forward and dies in that same volley. Like, all of this dies in one volley. I think forts here are a very good second, though. I don't think we play Typhoons, right, because he has armor. We don't play Steel Balls. But yeah, I think for those unaware, I am recording a video for YouTube, but I also have Twitch chat up and am doing this live on my Twitch stream. And a player by the name of Dillo, who is top 5 in the world with regularity, sometimes top 3. We should be selling off these Sabertooths, and I completely agree. We should probably be selling off this, and we tech. It sort of feels like we're playing with tech spec, and we don't have tech spec. I mean, I think there's like a reality, right? We can just go like Fort, Marksman, Mustang, and just kind of kill everything on the board pretty reasonably. I mean, these are fucking giga leveled. Yep. Nice. Tank for us. Seems pretty good. I mean, we already have the tech on the tanks, right? Like, we can just take tanks and just produce tanks with mech rage free. Absorption module's pretty spooky here, right? Especially if it goes on this. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this seems fine. I think I would have preferred range first, but we want a strong answer to deal with this. I get it. Missiles. I mean, man, we can just go forts here and just crush him. So, like, realistically, right? We would have spent 200 on that, and we dropped a group of tanks, which are going to die instantly. You'd have had 100 left over. We could have just dropped chaff. I don't know. I just feel like there's a very distinct, like, lack of chaff here. I mean, we just die instantly. This looks really bad. Holy shit. Yeah, I feel like in general, right, the production items here are so strong. The longer the round goes and the longer the unit's alive, the stronger it becomes. It's the same thing with like the reason why mines feel so strong, right? The longer the unit walks, the longer the distance it is between whatever point A and point B that unit is going, and the longer the round goes on, the more units you produce. And that realistically, right, we are using our sledgehammers as chaff here. So we might be just dead to this, huh? We need a strong answer for this. I don't know if that's good enough. Okay. We're clicking the boat button. Oh man, we floated 200 on the last round. Oh, we can't do that, MoMA. We can't be floating 200 when we're potentially dead, man. I know you know this, but then the tower goes down and we are fucked. Yeah, we're dead. We're very, very dead. All right, nice try, MoMA. When was the level 2 fortress drop? Was it round 5, round 6? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Here's what I want to try to do real quick. Here's one of a couple different things I want to do. Fort, level 2 into range. Okay. So I'm going to take over for you here. We're going to click this. I think we can sell off this just like no. Wow, we actually lose here, huh? Do we? Hey, look at that. But I think this allows us to scale a lot harder, right? Um, all right, and I wanted to check out round 4. wanted to check out round 4 with Defensive Wasp Swarm. Yeah, Dillo, I will be happy to review a match between you and StarCraft 2 Panda. He has my number recently. Okay. Round 4. Just take over from Momaro. Round 4, Defensive Wasp Swarm. Let me make sure this is as close as it can be. Oh wow, we still lose. Crazy. I don't know why that happened. Oh, we didn't missile. Brutal. Alright. Alright, let's try that again. Maybe opponent has tower upgrades? I don't think that matters. I think this might be an RNG thing, actually, unironically. I might be wrong, though. Tyson does not have. I'm curious to see if the C changes here, so I'm not going to change anything here. Yeah, we still lose, but not so bad. We lost over here? Doesn't seem right either. This looks good, though. Does it? It does! Cool. Alright. So, once we cover that flank, that round looks much better. Cool. So, yeah, I think the defensive loss form was probably the play. And then round 3, you did do Sabretooth, so I'm not going to revisit that. But some key takeaways here for you, Momo, that I think would be important to implement in your games is that if we're cheesing with like things like replicate, we can't be doing that shit early, man. We have to try to alpha strike it. And by alpha strike, right, it's like this concept of like I'm throwing everything into this to try to push you over the edge in one round. It's the same thing. It's the same concept with incendiary bomb and oil, right? If your opponent doesn't play around that, it does so much damage and kills your whole opponent's army, and that's usually the game. It's the same thing with replicate, right? We have to be making these very strong turns with it, and we aren't. We're answering flanks when we could just be upgrading. The crawlers themselves, or just missiling the crawlers on the side. That way we can get a bunch of XP on the crawlers answering the flank. And yeah, the round 2 mech rage as well. Don't do that, man. let's avoid doing that, and let's aim for, if we want to make our tech if we are going for like a sledge centric army, let's consider teching on round 3 when we can still play around with some stuff. Unless we get a unit drop round 2 and we sell the unit drop, then like sure, maybe whatever, right? But let's just try to like push the brakes on that line of thinking. I think that would really make these games more consistent. I think the other thing, right, is the other thing to consider, right, is that if we are facing ranged scorpions, we need to be ranging our units as well. I believe someone in the chat said earlier that it would be great to have had the sledgehammers, as they were our chaff clear, also ranged instead of the saber-tooths, and I agree. I think the saber-tooths really held it down between rounds like 3 and 5, and then afterwards they had outlived their purpose, and we should be selling out of them. Cool. Outside of that, I think that's all I've got for you. Just try to tighten up some areas there, and I think you'll be climbing again in no time, bud. Anyways, that's all for me today. Bye!